All right. Loved ones connected with me once again. This is Henry DUODU APPIAH-KORANG. I just want to throw a little light about the LGBTQ issue going on. I wrote an article, a short article of, on the LGBT, and even before that, I've written several articles related to the LGBTQ. I think 2023, 2021, back years at that time. I wrote some articles about the LGBTQ. So when you say the LGBTQ, simply means lesbianism, the gay, bestiality, transgender, and the queer, and how they call it. And once again, this DUODU Henry APPIAH-KORANG once again, and the Parliament of Ghana has passed or have sent the bill now, so the LGBTQ is going to be like a kind of a criminal activity in our nation, Ghana. And there is something going on right now that some of our leaders have passed the bill, just left for the president of Ghana. The current one right now, I think President Nana Akufo-Addo have to sign have to sign the anti-LGBTQ bill, so it becomes a law in Ghana. And I really support that anti-LGBT bill out there, because those who promote it, those who advocate it, is very bad. And if you check the anti-LGBTQ, the countries who have adopted the LGBTQ something they call it, you could see that there's a kind of indiscipline, some kind of dangerous activity going on in such countries. So the reason why I support the anti-LGBTQ bill is that when we check the medical dangers, the medical impact, when we check the psychological impact, when we check the social impact, the economic impact, spiritual impact, medical impact, physical impact, emotional, all these are dangers we have to know. Because let's come for instance the medical aspect. Those who have been doing the gay, the men homosexuality, most of them are wearing pampers, and it's very dangerous. The STDs, the sexually transmitted disease, are too much, and it is not natural. It is not natural that a man and a man should have sex through the anus. God did not create the anus for such activity. In the wisdom of God, He created the man and the woman, the husband and the wife. So get to understand that the LGBTQ community, they are saying it's a human right. There is something wrong with the mindset out there. There's a kind of a draconian kind of conspiracy, a kind of a long-term plan that these global powers want to release upon our nation, release upon Africa, release upon other part of the world. So we must be very wise that if you check the medical dangers, how people are going through pain, through all kind of incurable sickness, how it will affect the economy, how it will affect families, how it will affect organizations, institutions, and the spreading. You see, everything takes time. So if we don't take care, we don't eradicate all these kind of abnormalities, it's going to affect our generation, our future generation. Because very soon people also come out and say that, oh, it is my right that I can kill a human being, so I can know. Because if we don't fight some kind of so-called right, in the next future, in the next coming years, people will come out with their own laws and try to advocate that it is my right to kill a human being, it is my right to do this, it's my right to do that, because they believe it's their own right. But in the wisdom of God, God has given every man a kind of knowledge, a kind of wisdom to differentiate between good and evil. So what I'm saying very simple here, that our president Nana Akufo-Addo must sign the bill. I don't know what is happening, but I learned that there are some people who are against the anti-LGBTQ bill. Just a few people who are against the anti-LGBTQ bill, over, let's say, over 1 to 30 million, 10 to 30 million people. Because of these few people, we should allow them to sit upon the freedom of our nation, Ghana. I get in. So let us think twice about the financial cost to the state. The money we will use to take care of these sick people. Some will fall sick, the lesbians, a human being sleeping with an animal, the kind of all kind of strange diseases. People are struggling psychologically, emotionally. There is no peace for them. There is no joy in their life. The devil is bombarding them with all kind of thoughts, suicidal thoughts out there. The economic crisis, even in our health, in the physical aspect. How can two men give birth? I getting it. How can two women who are married give birth? It's going to create an impact on the nation, on Ghana. So we must understand that all these things are not the wisdom of God. It's the wisdom of the enemy to fight against the plans of God, to fight against our leadership, to fight against the light of Christ, to bring the wrath of God upon our nation, upon our leadership. It is not a human right. I see it as a kind of an abnormality that people are trying to draw nearer to just cause a kind of agenda to control the population of the world. So we must think twice about our future generation, the next 100 years, the next 50 years, the next 200 years. When we are dead and gone, what will our children say when they come to meet all these things? It's going to destroy the entire race. It's going to cause calamity, confusion, psychological disorders, mental disorders, all kind of strange sickness that we cannot control. If we don't take the bull by its horn, it's going to affect us morally, it's going to affect us spiritually, it's going to affect us medically, economically, psychologically. In fact, in almost every aspect of our life, is going to affect us. Let us think, and secondly, we have to know that I also learned that the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and I think the World Bank and some kind of financial institution are saying that if we pass the anti-LGBTQ bill, I learned the finance minister saying that we will lose over 3 billion US dollars and I think over 3.8 billion euros, as they call it. So are we selling our future? Are we selling our dignity? Are we selling our nation? Are we selling our future because of this money? You see, let us think twice. Africa, Ghana, we have numerous resources. We have numerous natural resources that we can use to grow our economy. You see, Ghana has many natural resources. Africa has a great number of natural resources. In Ghana here, we have the gold. Are you getting me? We can reserve our gold. We have the oil. We can process our own oil. We have the tamarind oil refinery. We can process our own oil and then extract and then get all kind of benefit from them. We can trade within ourselves, within African countries. We have the cocoa out there. We can rebrand it. We can process our cocoa. We have the manganese. We have the bauxite. We have the timber. We have numerous kinds of many resources that we can use to develop our nation. So let us not depend on the 888. How many times have Ghana been to the IMF, to the World Bank, to financial institution, and still there is no stability? In my little research, Ghana have gone to IMF over 15 times and still our economy is still as it is. So let us put up that poverty mindset out there. Let us withdraw that poverty mindset out there and let us believe that Ghana is capable of growing its economy. Ghana is capable of developing herself. We have tourism. We have many ways that we can develop our nation. You see, our leaders in the public sector, in the political sector, in the private sectors, organizations don't accept the bribes of the global powers. Those who are making decisions in the higher places, I mean the president, the vice president, the ministers, the member of parliament, and various leaders. You see, when this global power, when these Western powers come to you and they say, we are giving you money to make these decisions, don't accept it, because if you allow this little money and you take it, you are destroying your own future and your own future generation, your own family, your citizen. So reject the bribes there, reject those so-called money, and then make better decision for your nation. Stand on your ground. I know that when you stand on your ground, there will be opposition. People will fight, people will oppose you, but with our prayers and with your boldness, with your courage, we can still stand. So let us not allow little money. Money is good, but money is a temporary thing. Money is good. We can use money to do many things in this world, but you see, we shall die and leave money behind. So anytime you are tempted to take a bribe from the Western powers, from all kind of powers, they tell you, we will give you money and you do this for us, we give you money, you make this decision. Child of God, or leader hearing me, don't allow their corruption to enter into your mind. Think about your citizens, think about the nation, think about the future generation. Africa is capable of developing herself. We have the resources to make Africa great. We have the resource to make Ghana great. Nigeria, Togo, whatever, Kenya, Uganda, Cote d'Ivoire, Somalia, all the countries, African countries going up outside Africa, we have what it takes to become prosperous, because we have the resource. It takes a mindset, a new mindset. I mean, a refined mindset, a mindset that is capable of thinking rightly, boldness, the system that we must put in place to check ourselves, to help us know who we are. I get it. So let us not think like babies because of little money, because of these little millions, and you are destroying your generation. So let us think twice about our future, and also get to understand that those countries, there are many countries who've been to the IMF, and if you check the history, you could see that there was no a kind of actual stabilization in the economy. It's not only Ghana who've been to IMF, several countries have been to IMF, and if you check the history, their countries couldn't stand as it was supposed to stand. So if the black man, if the African want to develop her economy, it is by their own people. I getting it. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah built all kind of factories in Ghana. We have the oil refinery, we have many jobs in Ghana, but because we are not of one mind, let us come together and then build ourselves. Like, it is only in Africa, in Ghana, that we can build our economy together. So about the anti-LGBT something, we must understand that it has dangers. We must understand that it will cause a kind of calamity to our leadership. I get into to the nation, to the people. The crisis, I get naturally, it is not sensible, it is not applicable. That I have not seen two animals of the same sex having sex before. I've never seen two dogs who are having sex before. I've not seen two male dogs, I mean two male dogs who are mating before. I have not seen two female cats who are mating before. I have not seen how they call it, two male goats who are mating before. All the time it is the male and the female animals who mate together. That is the wisdom of God, the husband and the wife. So let us not sell our future. Let us not put our continent into trouble because of the little aid that we can get from the Western powers. It's not only in Ghana that we are passing the anti-LGBTQ bill. If you go to several countries, African countries, they have legalized, they have criminalized all the anti-LGBTQ. Why is the Americans or the Europeans not fighting against them? Arab countries, if you check Asia countries, some of the European, even in America, in some states in America, they have also criminalized the anti-LGBTQ, like Jamaica, for instance. I getting me. If you go to some part of America, and then I think the Caribbean, Jamaica have legalized they have legalized the anti-LGBT. I think Guyana, Grenada, Dominica, Saint Lucia, all those things. If you come to the Pacific, we have some nations out there, the Samoa, the Tonga. If you go to the Asia countries out there, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Malaysia, many, Pakistan, Palestine, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, they have legalized the anti-LGBTQ. So it's not only in Ghana that we are trying to make the anti-LGBTQ a law. Why is the Americans or the Europeans not fight against such Arab countries, but they are still connected with them? But when it comes to Africa, when they try to legalize the anti-LGBTQ, they try to impose all kind of limitation upon us. So let us know that it is in our own interest, our cultural interest, our life, our future, our health. I get it. Our health, our mental health, our social health, our financial health, our medical, our social health, our psychological health, our spiritual health. We need all those in our life. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because of this sodomy. I get it. Trumu no mo no enema nyankopɔ ebufu eden eba Sodom and Gomorrah. So let us understand that this sodomy, this anti-LGBTQ, we must pass the bill. We must hate the LG. It's not because we don't hate the people, they are human beings, right? But the act, the dangers, the impact, the effect on the nation, the effect on the people, the effect on the community, the effect on the family, the effect on the organization, the effect on the whole surrounding. That is what we are thinking about. So let us think twice that Ghana, Africa can make a better decision, that when we move forward and go forward, we can still develop ourselves and make ourselves. God is our helper. God is our helper. God is our helper. So once again, this is Henry DUODU APPIAH-KORANG, a short wisdom key for you about the anti-LGBTQ something. Let us believe that with God, all things are possible. Let us use our mind. Let us think twice so that we will not sell our nation just for a peanut. So that we will not sell our future just for some peanuts. So that we will not sell our culture, our glorious culture, our glorious destiny into the hands of the wicked. Because God hates evil, and the danger and the reward of sin is death, as the Bible says that for the wages of sin is death. So let us know that it is a dangerous act to fall into the grip of sin, and know that Satan has nothing good for you and I. He came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So I'll end it here. I will not speak much. Let us share this short audio wherever you can share. Just share it with your loved ones, and then it will bless your life. Once again, this is your friend, this is your pastor, your prophet, your next leader. We are all one in Christ. DUODU Henry APPIAH-KORANG. Become blessed, and God bless you once again in Jesus Christ's name.